Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. It's Wednesday, November 10th, bottom right, a little after 11 o'clock, 11:05 Eastern. We try to get better every day. I'm a couple of minutes late, and that's because I was getting some charts together. I'm going to go through the process very quickly, and then I'm just going to get down to my stock universe and my charts. It's going to be a little bit more advanced than usual because there's some things that I want to look at, and then I need to review, and so do you, because it's a lot is predicated upon what we talked about Monday and Tuesday, and there are many leaders. This is a big earnings morning. There are many leaders that report today. Even Mara had numbers to some degree. So let's get back. This is the TradeView Market site. I go to TradeGATEHub. This is the way I sign in, just like everybody else. I'll log in, and I'll say, how you doing? Okay. WIT rolling over. I'll keep that in note. Thanks, coach. Okay. Bottom line is this is how I started the morning, but I'm going to get right down to charts and advanced trades, if you will. Okay. With the move down yesterday, the market tactical sentiment started about it right here. We were about 23 handles on the open, and this is something you have to get used to, just like anything else. You have to know what your tolerance is. Get to know the charts. If the tactical sentiment level was right here, we opened about 22 handles. We should have been right there. I was anticipating there will be a rip at some point today. I said that on the bottom. I didn't know when that will come, but this is today. This was yesterday's option flow. Uber, GE, TTD, which ran like $7 on the open. What else was good? Intel, no interest. AGC was very active today. Yesterday had a 20% range on 10 times volume. The gamma, get used to it. Updated second sentiment bought by the oil dip in the open. I was considering it. I didn't write that down on my notes recently. I didn't do it, obviously, so I'll see what happened there. This was the updated sentiment. Technology was overbought. No, and there's obviously no surprise with the pullback. Retail a little overbought. Oil producers with the market opening down 22, 23 handles, as I said, I thought would have been about right here. A little bit oversold. I like them long term, as Coach and I talked about yesterday with natural gas. I like a little bit more than oil. But even here's your energy sentiment gauge. So we should have been around here. Not the sexy of trades, but you know what I mean? We're here to take money in the market, at least for the short term. Via Goldman, go over the read. ARK Invest, I always post what Kathy's doing. Rivian, this is the Rivian IPO, the EV maker, if you will. They might use this as an excuse to sell some of the stocks. And you know what? Christian Frommerhurst, he's a sharp guy. I had him right there. He also said the EV maker Rivian is said to guide IPO range above the top of the range. And PM money managers got to make room for a hot IPO. And that may be an excuse to sell a couple of these. It's an excuse. Believe me, I don't think people are going to take money off the table on Apple and Microsoft just to buy an IPO that's unproven yet. I get granted the EV sector is hot, but that's an excuse. There's always an excuse. The market just doesn't pull back out of nowhere. There's usually a catalyst, whether it's buy the rumor, sell the news, or the opposite. ARK Invest, Rivian, Popular, Trade, Zillow, RNXT was today's special. Walter Bloomberg upgrade and downgrades go to him. He's big on the Twitter feed. OLPX of note. Daily scans. This is something I've been posting on a daily basis. Helene. I mean, this is right here. This is part of you to get a playbook. Yesterday, put call ratio for the rut was wild. It was. And that would call for a pullback. Everybody was all in. Put the pieces together. Okay. I find it quizzical. This is what Kramer said about Coinbase. Read what he said, by the way. It's just a frame of reference, but it's a basic, it's a general frame of reference that a lot of people are using. If I'm using it, believe me, a lot of people on the rookie or the less skill level are using it together. Roblox isn't a special story. Let's buy that on the dip. Dash, Kathy Wood, Rivian, thinking the market will weak until after the Rivian IPO opens. Let's see. I will not buy high growth at first, but let's see what one stock did. I punched up a trade here, if you will. Bear with me. And I wanted to show you a like I had, and that was relevant. Kramer said, and it was a decent trade of mine today. about what Kramer said in Poshmark, and I think I liked it, and I want to show you. Can you still see this? Yeah, I liked it for a reason. Now, let me go back to Kramer, and it's relevant because it was a decent trade I called. Following Jim Kramer. Okay. I like the way Unity is trading. That's the number one stock I'm going to talk about. Number one stock I'm going to talk about when I get the charts. Where is this thing? It was about the Poshmark. Well, I should have been prepared better. I apologize. Let me go to this. I swear I thought I posted. I apologize. Anyway, Kramer said that his daughter uses Poshmark, and then he said, like he was quizzing somebody about that might be interesting about a trade. Now we're going to know Poshmark because that was, you know what, I thought I had it. Anyway, we'll keep going. Okay. Yesterday's mover with range and volume. Roadblocks to no surprise. AGC, real, coal, laser. I'm surprised that sold off. What was weak yesterday? MBTA, car, DDD. Now I put these large range with 2% movers with it's in numerical order. These are the stocks with the largest range. Tesla had the largest range, finished near the low. BNTX had the third largest range, finished near the roadblocks, shrugged everything off near the high. I know it's down $4 today, but you know what? It really wasn't a take at that point. It was a crowded long. All above SMAs. You can argue that these are the most extended. Mara, we had a trade on that short this morning. That was a sell the news. TTD, Goose, MP, AMD, no surprise. Look at that one today. All right, so getting back to what else. And all else there. This was today's calendar. Tencent, Goldman upon seasonality. Yeah, we might go sideways a little bit until maybe this is the end of the year, until the beginning of December, possibly. That's seasonality for those that believe it, and a couple of the high flyers. All right, now let me get back to my universe and what I was looking back today. What's the market doing? All right, let me make sure everybody could see this. Okay, now let's talk. Let me go back and let's go look at yesterday's TradeGATEHub on what Coach and I talked about on GLD. And I know Coach gave a briefing this morning, 9:30, I believe, on the GLD. And I actually wasn't able to catch it because I was trading the open. But where's Helene's chart on GLD? We had it. It should be right here, literally here. Come on. K-Web, this took a lot of buying last. See what? She's right. I was looking at these Chinese stocks. Baba, I bought Baba today, by the way. Lewis. Let me go to the GLG chart. It's right here. I got in this far. Okay, this was the GLD Coach and I talked about yesterday. So Coach asked me about the miners, and we talked about the best of breed. If I go back to my screen, these are where my miners are on the left. GLD's here. New NEM, GDXJ, FCX, Numa. So this was the resistance on GLD. We joked about Helene about how serious the thickness of her pencil is, but let's even say it's 171.5. So GLD today is the long term on GLD. Opened above that, remove all trend lines. Where's 173.5? That's where it opened. And you know what? Let's go to the weekly like I always do. Now it's a game of, it's out of the flag. Now there's two things that are going on in GLD, in my opinion. Let's go to the daily. Not only are people that tried to catch that resistance, and there are people that try to do that because they were bullish on the market, got caught short. And we also know that a lot of these hedge funds are underinvested, and they got to start buying. So GLD is a short squeeze, for lack of a better term, but I really think it's more dip on the buying now. Coach, maybe you can tell me what that was. Like I said, I didn't hear your dissertation if you went on the morning meeting. Newmont Mining is still below the 200-day. KL, which has become the best of breed, if you will. Let's see what that is. That's the one I like, KL. Let's look at AEM. Still underneath. Let's look at AU. Okay, AU I have an interest in. Above the 200-day with volumes a little bit extended. I wanted to rest around the $20, nice whole option level. That's when I got an interest in. Let's look at Nougat, the triple ETF, coming up to the 200-day resistance, just like GLD did. But you know what? If GLD keeps going, don't be surprised if Nougat goes higher. What's Dust doing? Oh no, it's JNUG is the other triple one. That's up $3 again, testing the 200-day. So we want to keep our eyes on KL. We do want to keep our eyes on Newmont because you know what? I don't know if that's the best of breed anymore, but let me see what's going on here. But that's certainly one I have an interest in. I would take, if you want to get sexy, gapping up, bro. Inflation number today lit the fuse. Yeah, okay, thanks, Coach. The inflation number lit the fuse for that. I was trading a lot of stock today. So there's where we stand on GLD. Actually, someone mentioned even SLV today. That was better than SL. Let's look at AGQ, the triple minor. So you know what? It's a gap up and rest. We'll see what they do from here. GDXJ. Where are you? All right, the GDXJ is the one to buy. I like it to rest under the 200-day. I'd like it to even go below the 200-day a little bit to have the fake out. Whoa. All right, so GDXJ, sorry about that. They're not coming for me. Should be, if anything over 47.5 for it to rest. There's the weekly, 47.5. Yeah, buy it within this range if you are bullish in gold. KL, as I've always said, silver is the outperformer. I see it, Coach. It is. Someone told me this morning about silver. I agree. Let's look at SIL. No. What's the SILV? SILV. All right, yeah, that's sexy. EXK, what is that? The other minor? Yeah, that's the silver you want. EXK. FSM, I like that one too. What'd that do? EXK is the one. EXK for the small. AGQ, if you want to get aggressive, because that's a triple ETF, and you want to stay somewhere in the middle, go SLV. All right, let's keep going on. Now, Mara had news today. Trust me. Let's go to Mara. Mara had news, and just go through it. Trust me. So now I'm looking at Mara after Coin reported. Coin's only down $10 now. Wow, hell of a move. Hell of a move back on Coin. They went back through all the moving averages. This is an area I'm interested right here with the IPO level. Uh-oh, we might have a trade. We might have a live trade on TGH here. Trivia. 351. 351. Coin. Where's 351? Advanced trade. That's what I have an interest in. Coin. If I want to do it, if I want to try it, it's a 351 coin. And that's because I'm right back here when it first opened the IPO. But Mara had news, which was my point. And it sold off. As a matter of fact, pre-market, Mara was like $83, $82. I shorted at $81. Yeah, Mara pre-market was 80. So don't be deceived by that open. So if I go to today and I take out today's pre-market, Mara went to 81, but it's showing that it opened at 79, still $2 lower. Now, you want to draw the line in the side, draw the line in the sand here. I'm not saying it's a short, but it did have fundamental news, and it's only time to tell if it'll break out of this flag pattern. But I did short it on the news. Riot, it actually acting a little bit better. because that's above the 200-day still. Let's look what SI did. SI still hanging in there. Let's look at HUT, which was the one we've been on. We're attempting to reGate. I apologize, but I want to get up to a couple of trades, and that has to go with the DraftKings question. You know what? Trust me on hot. Do it at your own time. DraftKings, I'm long. I took a position today. Come on, guy. What happened here? I'm locked out. Hold on. I'm locked out. So I apologize. Let's go to let's pull an audible. For some reason, I'm locked out of the charts, or at least that one. Am I locked out on you? No, I'm not. Okay, regroup. What else? Okay, so Unity software. Let's go to that at best of breed. Unity software 2 days ago, or let's go show outside data today. Unity software is trading all morning at 155 and all last night within that level after reporting earnings between 160 and 155. Now, granted, it's a metaverse play and everything. So I had other things to trade. So I look up and you was looking down $14 at it closed. Excuse me, let me get the lines clear. Unity closed this broken line is where it closed, 171. So it was looking to open at 155 down 14. Before I knew it, it went from 155 to 190, rallied $30. To break a new high. Now it's got to hold that previous high here, but that's something to take note of. What else had earnings? Oh, why did I try DraftKings, by the way? Now I'm down $800 in it. This is why I did it. It's held this 42.38 for some time now. Even yesterday or 2 days yesterday when it came in with some volume. So I saw that Win, which had earnings, reversed nicely. Win went from 91 all the way up to 98, a $7 move to go positive at one point. And I actually liked the chart. I saw Penn. Penn had based for some point. So I saw the DraftKings based at some point, and I took a stab at the 42. I'll show you where I bought it today. I was actually up in it before I started. I bought it right here, 42.40. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. So I bought it 42.40, where this other day low was. I'm down in it now. I'm not going to give it much room. I'm not married to it, but I thought it was a decent entry point. I got 2,000 shares and down, whatever, something nominal. I like for it to go. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. For me to get serious on it, I want it to go over 43.60. It's still a marginal trade. This low right here. It's still marginal, but I did it because of Win, and I'm not married to it. What else did we buy today? Oh, I bought Bob for the first time. I like it. I like the fact that K-Web, as you saw, my options trades were going off. I like the JD got a downgrade today and is up and holding nicely. So I took a stab and I bought some Bob. And I like the fact that this BEKE, which, by the way, the short's already out of it. I liked how this reacted into numbers today. This is BEKE. Now the short's already out of it down here. This did nice volume 2 days ago, held. I think somebody in our room right here, Francis, was long. It's got to get through that 25. But how do the rest of these things doing? FUTU was down $4 this morning. Now it's down 2 in a nice reversal. Near the high. Billy, what's that doing? Near the high. That was $78 this morning, ran up to 84. It's a $6 move. It looks like it's coming in here a little bit with some volume. So we have eye on some Billy. Oh, I bought Poshmark. Made 8,000 in Poshmark. Now why? See the volume in it? I don't know where it is, and I apologize. Kramer did say something about Poshmark, and I can't believe I don't have it. Latest. You know, it's a stay-at-home stock. And I like it. I know it. Bottom line is I know it, so trust me. So now one of my methods for trading is outside of these crazier stocks, if you will, or these low floaters like in what was good yesterday. Yeah, a low floater. Any stock that's down or down more than 30%. It's not a science. I don't have an algorithm for it written yet. I'm interested. So Poshmark, I know it was a darling. It was $100 a year ago, whatever, a year and a half ago. So I know that people are going to get margin called on the Poshmark for anybody that owns it, and I get it. You know what I mean? Anybody that took a shot and is waiting for it to bounce, all of a sudden the stock gets down 30%. It's going to get hit from $17 on the open till about 1608. So my orders for Poshmark, I think I bought like 7,000 shares. And once it did that opening flag at 1656, I started buying aggressively. I sold it somewhere in the 17 and a half. It's going down now. I wasn't married to the position. Certainly, we're not used to catching a falling knife, but that was a stock that after down 30%, I saw that it was worth the squeeze. I want it right here. Where's the open now? O is open. Open is 1680 right here. And it broke the open. I don't have an interest anymore. It should have held. If it comes back above it, then I have an interest. But let's going back to what's going on with my screen now. Futures are holding well. What is this Unity software doing? Hanging in there. What's Roblox doing? That faked everybody out. RBLX yesterday was the one stock that actually held well. I don't like the fact it didn't hold this 104. So I'll go to a 30-minute chart on Roblox. I want it to be above 104. I got it. Like I said, I want it to be above 104. Let's go back to some other ones that I'm looking at today. I had written down Baba. What's that doing right now? Tesla. How you doing? There you go. From 988 to 1080. They couldn't keep it down. And they shouldn't keep it down. And I saw NIO. NIO tipped its hand. It was the first one that was positive this morning. That's NIO. It's a sloppy chart, but trust me, there's NIO. So they took Tesla up. PayPal were in it. Square, Riven, they haven't opened it yet. DraftKings, that's going the other way for us. We're getting killed. BLI, I like it. Kind, SDGR, Nerve, you bastard. You two hanging in there. Baba, AUPH, General Motors, no surprise. That's going with the EV makers. There's GM. Great looking chart. Wouldn't short it. The ultimate compliment. Ford, same thing. That can't pull back. As the stock is pulling back a little bit, the relative strength is getting weaker. That's a positive sign. What time is it? 11:30? Do I have any questions? I got to get to people's questions. You holding on good. AMC, BE, General Motors, Boeing, Penn National Gaming, Car hanging in there, Nougat, GDXJ. This is my general universe. Bitcoin, Mara's near the low. I should have held the short. Damn. All right. Roku hanging in. Let's go to my movers. Pasha, the number one. Good trade, Mike V. RNG hanging in there. 4. Don't like it. FVRR, wow. BEKE, we mentioned. LU, I'm interested in. The old Lucent. What's this doing, LU? It has all that resistance. EXK, we spoke about it. The silver stock looks good. What's weak? The firm's still weak. Wow. You could have shorted that 148 this morning. I looked at it. In fact, where was it? 148 right there. You could have gotten that short at 148 and I didn't do it. Now I might be interested in a dip. Right here, I'm interested. AFRM 131. Yeah, 131. Let it come dusk, guys. Okay, apologize. What else are we looking at? Let's go to my Twitter feed. What's moving in options action? SPY bearish. QQQ is bearish. Zynga option flow. Option flow. Look, these names, usually if I look through these names like this, I recognize the majority of them. I do recognize all of them, don't get me wrong. Riven 120 to 124. Is that open? At the trading guys. Where is it? Not open yet, Riven. Plenty of time. Basically, we're going to rest. What else are we looking at? Okay, finally, before I go, what's our top list? So you guys get a little idea what's going on here. What's near the high? It's got to have volume. 41% ASB, no interest near the high. 60% volume WSC, only up 2% on the day, not interested. What's sexy here? Juniper, I'm interested in. Sexy. 3%, 50% volume near the high. Write it down. 100% volume. CARG. I don't know about that. Let's look at the volume instead. Anything is 11:30 Eastern with this market, it has to have 50% volume for me to be interested in it in terms of writing something on my proverbial pad. CRWD, no. Cody been acting well. I told you. You, no surprise. It's acting weak. Right here, bottom left. It's got to have 50. But let's go to what's volume. Oh, okay. This is good. 700% volume. Posh. Look at that. We made money on it somehow. Fubo weak. Coin near the high now. Skin. GLLB has interest. GLLB right now. We're going to talk about that later. That had numbers. That was a favorite. It's an Israeli company. It's fresh and sexy. DLO, I got an interest in 50% volume. That was a big winner for us at one time. Look at that. Okay. What has relative volume leaders? Anything ATIP, AMRS, not interested. It's not up enough. Purple, near the high, down 16%. SOS was is a crypto play, not interested. SOPA was up like $8 or like $50 yesterday, something crazy. Write that down. Let's go into my alert page. What are the sexy movers? UBX, CPRX is sexy. Nuva breaking up, turbo up. RSI is overbought. Right here. I got to do one thing before we go. Let's look at the other chart on U, because we're certainly not here to chase U, but we're certainly here to trade it. Unity. Can you guys see that? Let me change the screen. Unity. Now, that's 184. 185 a strike price. This one going back here, the previous high is 17. This is the line in the sand, 177. This high here to this high here. So 178. Yeah, this is the line in the sand, 178. You know, if it breaks below it, it might be a trade. For a trade, I definitely wouldn't, anything in a dip, people are going to want to be on this thing, myself included. But we're here to trade. That is an advanced trade, though. What Nuva is a turbo breakup. What's going on here? Nuva. I'm having some people bleeping me with it all over the place. It's coming with volume. Stock has a low today on the right of 52.50, a high today of 58. That's a takeover. I think that's a Carl Icahn stock. Nuva. I'm almost positive. Oh no, that's a biotech. Nuva. Come on. What's wrong with Nuva? Oh, Nuva. Well, I'll end it here. There's my list. We'll go back to TGH. Thank you, my good stuff. Okay, bottom line. If you always have, listen, always these, for any new listeners, because I think I'm told we have some, this list right here is this top list. The majority, if not all the stocks on this list, you will find on this list that I personally with the team made up. New York Stock Exchange. Let's go to top percent US gainers. percent change. You're going to find RNXT, we already learned. You're going to find those over there. So that's what we're trying to do. So if you ever feel that you're at a loss for what type of stocks are moving, this is it. You don't need me. You just need me for maybe edification. They ask me what I'm in or anything like that. So with it being said is my Twitter feed, I always say, please go on the feed. It's quality, not quantity. What do we have for earnings later? Before the open tomorrow, GRWG, MTHUT. For those, we'll tune into TGH to tell you how we're going to handle that. That was one of our biggest winners of the third quarter. Yeti, that'll tell you how a Camping World and everybody is doing with the WB, the Chinese Facebook. I might like WB. I'm not sure yet. SBH, Sally's Beauty Supply. That's been going with all these beauty products. After the close, SoFi, the hottest mover out there. Disney, Wish. People hope people get their money back with a short squeeze with that. AFRM. Now we're going to trade AFRM. We said we liked it at 131, but it has earnings. It's a no play. We'll trade it tomorrow. Root, MQ, Hot Stock, GVRX. So anyway, there's what's going on with earnings. Go to the Twitter feed. Go back to TGH. Hope everybody else has a good day. Until then, trade well, have a plan, and we'll see you later. Cheers.